So I got asked to audition for the part of Stella, and so we, that was as far as I thought it would go. So I had a huge party, invited everyone. We had cake, I had balloons, and then that was it. It was like, surprise, you got an audition for Orange. And then when I actually got the role, I'd already had the celebration, and I couldn't tell anyone that I had it. So I just had to kind of dance by myself in my bedroom.
And hope that there was leftover cake from the audition and eat that to celebrate by yourself.
Exactly, and I told my partner and I told my 2 dogs. I didn't even tell my cat.
Which the dogs were thrilled by, and the cat's mad at you for not telling her, or him.
Yeah, he's always mad,
Yeah, he's always mad. Okay, well, you have every reason to be thrilled about this. For the role of Stella in particular, what do you think this role has? There's so many good characters.
Yeah, that's a hard question. Because every single character on that show is so amazing and brilliant. I think that Stella, I was personally, as a fan of the show, incredibly invested in the Alex Piper relationship. So when I found out that my character was going to be going in there and stirring that up, I was like, but wait, I love Alex and Piper. What's happening?
That has to be weird if you're already a fan of the show and then doing something like that.
Really weird. Yeah, about as weird as today is funny. And
you don't like this because you're used to being over here, right?
Yeah.
In Australia, you ask people questions, right?
It's true.
So what would you ask you?
What ask me?
No,
it's still about me. What about you? So how did you start in this industry?
It's not important. I'll be fired tomorrow. We're not worried about it.
So yeah, my character, I think what she brought to the show was definitely like a breath of fresh air. And I love that she was Australian because that accent, she gets away with a lot of very funny little comments that maybe
all
she
of you
wouldn't.
Australians get away with it. Any accent you can ask like, so you murdered someone.
Was that Australian?
Tell me about that. It's more like British. Just go with it. I'm trying really hard to do it.
Just say g'day mate.
Good day, mate.
No, terrible.
It's still bad. I know. How long have you been here?
3 years. Okay. 2.5, 3 years.
Do you ever get homesick?
Yeah, I miss my mum, and I have great fans in Australia as well. But having spent such a big time there, and I had like a great career for about 10 years, I wanted something different, and I wanted something new, and I wanted a new challenge. And America is incredibly challenging to break into the scene.
Okay, so when that moment when you get here, was there I can't believe I actually came here and did this? I mean, for you it seems to have happened quickly, but that's not always the case.
Yeah.
In those moments of waiting for something like this, did you ever question it?
Oh, 100 million times. Because I got here and I have a friend of mine that's actually on your show called Renee.
Yeah, she says hello, by the way.
Yeah, she, touched down, and then she got this big, job on Extra, and I had some other friends that kind of went straight into films, and then I arrived, and there's nothing. And it was just like tumbleweed. And I was like, guys, I'm here, I've arrived, I'm ready, I'm like a hard worker, and then I was like, I'm a good person. And it took a year and a half for anything. I couldn't get a manager or an agent, I couldn't get an audition. Made a short film that Break Free.
So how much do you think that helped you?
Oh, I think it was everything to do with it. Because I had a really good career back home, but it didn't translate here. Like, they wanted to know what I could do in America. They didn't want to know what I'd done for the past 10 years. So Break Free definitely opened that market up for me, and it went viral, and America was one of the biggest viewers of the video.
Were you surprised by that?
Very much so, yeah.
Why?
Because I thought it would just, I have a really loyal fan base back home, and I had accumulated 100,000 followers over the course of 10 years of working in numerous different jobs in the industry, and I thought that's who would be viewing it. And it went to 100,000, 200, 300, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 15 million. It just went bananas. And if anything, it just showed me that there's a really big movement going on right now in regards to gender fluidity and transgender, and I'm so happy about that.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So you call yourself gender fluid.
Yeah.
So explain that.
So, I mean, I guess it's probably different for everybody, but for me what it means is that I kind of don't really see myself as one or the other. I'm obviously not a guy. I was born a woman, and despite some very strange articles on the internet.
Yeah, welcome to America.
Right?
I mean, I know there's the internet all over the world, but we have a tendency to sort of over-dramatize everything.
It is crazy, but we do have the internet in Australia as well. In the last couple of years, we did get it. But yeah, and I guess it's kind of sometimes I feel very boyish and masculine and kind of that way and androgynous, and that's what I feel comfortable as and sexy as. And then other days, like today, I'm wearing heels, which, and sometimes I'll wear a dress and feel more comfortable in that femininity. So I'm kind of not one or the other, and I don't feel like we should ever feel like we're boxed into one particular gender if that's not how we feel naturally.
You mentioned feeling comfortable in heels, and you look gorgeous in heels, and you also look gorgeous in the nude. You're very comfortable being naked. We saw you on the cover of Maxim a few years back with the long hair on the cover of the Australian Maxim, and then we also saw you doing some stuff for PETA, and then as well in the episode. So is that something that you've always been comfortable with?
No.
Because some
I don't know why they keep making me do it.
You don't know why they keep making you do it?
Like,
I think I know why.
all of those occasions I was given like a week's notice and just was like, if it fit the cause, like Maxim and PETA, that was one and the same. So would I have posed naked for Maxim? Like, no. Would I have posed naked for I'd rather go naked than wear for PETA? Yes. And then did I use Maxim?
Yes. She's not scared.
Yeah. So that was good. And with Orange, I mean, the writers are fantastic, the directors are fantastic, everyone in that show is so credible and brilliant that it made sense in the scene, and it made sense for my character, and I'm not going to say no to Genji. It's just like, naked for a 10-minute scene in the bathroom with Piper? Sure. And have a full conversation? No worries. Mostly I feel very thankful and I feel very humble.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say about it. It's ridiculous.
Aside from being gorgeous, you have incredible style. Do you have like sort of people that you look up to in the fashion world, like fashion icons? We've done a lot of fashion on this show.
I was
Are there
going to say,
people that stand out?
I'm running out of clothes. I don't have a stylist or anything. I just have my wardrobe, which is not as big as it needs to be, considering all the things that I've been doing recently. So this is actually my last look that I actually have. I'm going to recycle this for the
We're
next
going to go to the mall. Do they still have malls?
Is there a mall here? I see there's a Billabong. It's like a Aussie brand.
I'll take it a hot topic.
Style icons, Madonna. I've always loved how she just reinvents herself over and over again. I love some of the things Rihanna comes up with. They're pretty cool. But a lot of my style icons are kind of way back when, like Annie Lennox, one of the kind of pioneers.